contract and we'd start negotiating for 15.
Okay.
And, again, this isn't a proposal.
Right.
These are just ideas that put a price tag on things that you guys could mix and match to get what you really want. And at this point, I don't know if you even know what you really want. Sure.
And I know this is information. Right, I know. Yeah.
One thing I want to clarify, that the $175,000 for the 7-day work cycle is not equal to about 1.5. It's only about 1%. Because if you look at the number that I did over here, the 1.5 reduction in GWI is 252.
Right.
That was very current. That was using the latest numbers. Okay. So that 175 is really worth only about 1%.
The okay, and I'll touch base again with the 14 to 7 day drop in lieu of changing that to the 1.5%. Okay, and I know you just talked about the 175 is not the current, 252 is.
Right.
Right. Is that
so it would be about a 1%. To get to the $174,000 would be probably more equivalent of about a 1%, about a 1.1 or something like that. But
which would still
so GWI, you guys,
right,
come on,
right. And that's one thing we're looking
pensionable
at.
income that sets the base for going
That's
forward.
one thing we're trying to do. We're trying to close, obviously we're trying to close the gap. I mean, between captains and DCs, we want, as close to parity as we can, and that's one of the things we're trying to do.
And I'm not saying we'd accept that either. I mean, because of GWI, you'd be the only ones getting the GWI.
Right. Right.
At least
And that's something you would have to go back and
So.
Well, I'm feeling that would benefit the membership more, I think, than the 7-day work cycle at this time.
Of course.
When you talk about, I just want to add a quick question. When you talk about the other units not getting a raise, you're looking at huge concessions to get to the 1.5%. I mean, it's
Such as?
Well, such as random drug testing and such as mandatory physicals, and the fact that our call volume keeps going up.
You're right. That's a burden. No. It's a burden on you to get a physical for your own good.
I don't think that you should. You've acted like that before here about certain things, and I never treat you with disrespect, and I don't appreciate it. So, I mean, when we come in here and you tell us that, no, when we come in here to the table and you tell us, well, no, when you come in here and tell us that we could be digging ditches or working on roofs, which you've said at about every session.
Or if you want what the supervisors have, if you want to make more money, go to school.
Chris,
take the promotion exam.
I'd appreciate it if you go ahead and proceed, because this is going to go nowhere but down.
That's right. Because of the nonsense that you guys are putting out, and I'm also referencing an email that went out that Bill Mott put out here. The $1 million question is how the city can explain to the taxpayers why we're not giving you the two extra years of drop. Do you realize that's been on the table for 3 votes and has been rejected 3 times? How is it that the city is not giving you that benefit?
Does the supervisory unit have the benefit?
Yes.
Can you withhold the benefit from rank and file and still give it to the supervisory unit?
No.
Without losing the 175
No.
Okay, that's my answer.
That's a nonsense. And Mr. Eloquence in writing, answer it for the camera right now. How is it that the city didn't offer it to you? It's on the table for you to vote. Your membership voted it down
It
3
doesn't,
times.
it doesn't require a vote.
What do you mean it doesn't
It
require
doesn't require a vote.
So we should just give it to you?
Yes.
So
Either
whatever
that
you
or the
want-
city is offering
What
to
you
give up
want,
the 1.5.
we should just give. What the city wants, we have to negotiate. Is that the way it works?
No.
Not, okay, then explain your position.
Will the city lose $1.8 million, $175, if they do not give it to the rank and file?
No, because we're gonna pull it from the supervisors.
So you're gonna renege on the supervisor's deal.
We're gonna have to, by law, we have to pull
Do
it.
you feel there'll be any lawsuits?
I don't care. You're not gonna threaten me with a lawsuit.
I'm
We
just
just
asking
asked you a
Stuff.
question, nobody threatened you.
I don't
How
care.
do you explain to the taxpayers
Well, that-
that
you
you're
got your
willing to
answer,
take
Billy.
on that dollar amount, whatever it turns out to be, for something that costs the city zero?
So we should just give it to you?
I believe we've already earned it.
Really?
Yes.
And the city hasn't earned anything.
They've been getting it all these years.
Been getting it all these years, okay. So I want you to say that, think about it. I'm gonna give you 10 seconds to think about what you just said in your head. Play it over 3 times, say it to yourself, and see what kind of sense that makes. The city should just give that to you, but we have to negotiate anything we get. Think about it, don't answer. Take 10 seconds and think about how it sounds in your head before you say that.
Hey,
Play
listen,
the Jeopardy.
this
All right,
is going
Let's get out of
nowhere.
hand here. Yeah, it's,
If the city is gonna tell the citizens that they are willing to give up $1.8 million, and they will have to come up with those dollars to make up that loss.
It'll never get to that point.
That's
The
all
city
right.
will
Okay,
never,
okay, why will it never get to that point?
not even close.
Why?
Because we'll do away with the benefit.
So there's a cost involved in doing away with the benefit.
No, that's no cost.
How do you figure? There will be no legal at all.
We pay our attorneys on salary. If they have to fight your frivolous cases, they'll do it. They get paid whether or not they're fighting your frivolous cases or not.
So the rest of the city, any bargaining unit will now know that no matter what the city tells you and you agree to, next year they can change their mind and just take it away.
That's not true.
That's what I
And
would
for
tell
you to
everyone.
characterize it that way.
That's what I'll tell everybody the way I understand it.
Right, that's what you'll tell everyone, and you'll say it on camera when it's completely false, because that's all you want to do is stir the pot. You don't want a contract. It's pretty
There's
clear.
nothing there that says I don't want a contract. There's nothing in that 2-page. I wrote it, I know what I wrote.
Right,
There's nothing there
and
that
you
says I
wrote
don't
it to
want a
do nothing
contract.
but to incite members and scare them into thinking that the city's out to get them.
No.
at this time, we'll call it.
Okay,
Okay.
you want to hear the answer.
I know.
No, you don't want to hear the answer.
If you, we're gonna stand
I'm
with
gonna
you.
finish this up. The reason that was written, you have people in a supervisory unit, more than one, that are going to the stations and telling our rank and file members that if we don't vote on this contract, we are really gonna miss out. What they're really telling everybody is if we don't vote on this contract, they're gonna lose. But they're not telling people that. They're telling everybody, this is the best we're gonna
It's
get.
your
We
unit,
gotta
their
take it.
supervisor, they're your unit.
That was written to my unit to
Yeah,
tell
we didn't
everybody
instruct them to do
what's
that.
being said is not true.
Well, maybe you ought to have better control of your membership.
That's just a whole different unit that is ranked by this guy and his boss.
No, the supervisor's unit is a bargaining unit
Exactly.
represented
But
by
they
you.
all report to this guy and higher.
That's all right. This is going nowhere.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Michael. put it
Yeah.
away.
Who
At this
organized
time-
them? Who's their
That's-
bargaining agent?
That's not.
Evidently, this guy right here.
Okay.
At this time, we would entertain, I'd like to make that a proposal official as far as changing the 14 to 7-day work cycle for a pay increase.
What's the value of the CWI?
Be
You're
about a 1% is somewhere at about $166,000,
so
so it's
1.25?
Yeah, who knows? I don't know what the math is. I'm not gonna do it.
And you have to take that back to
That has
the city.
to go all the way up to the platform.
And as we spoke of before, there's no movement on the pension opener, and there's no movement on
Pension will
the,
remain
right,
open,
right, and no min-max.
no min-max. Now, you do, again, I guess I have to make it clear, you're also getting step increases, right, for FY13. EMT pensionable, EMT pay will be pensionable. Staff pay will be increased. You get the boot reimbursement. You get the life insurance benefit.
I just have one quick question on the stack pay increase. The stack pay, the amount itself isn't increased. It's basically if you're doing two things at once, you're going to get ranked. So
Right, you will get the 60 cents versus the 30 cents that it's half for
correct. Okay.
however long.
Right.
So you are getting things of monetary value, $386,325 worth of value.
And that's not including, well, I take that back
It is
because the
including.
14 to 7 day work cycle would.
It is including that,
Right.
and that puts you at a total per employee value at higher than any of the other units, the supervisor's unit, any of the police units, or the general employees.
Okay. I think that's really the only.
Oh, and it includes, the most important thing, evidently, a 7-year drop, again, that's been on the table for a year.
And the 200 hours of holiday storage.
200, yes.
Is in there.
Increased holiday storage hours, same-sex domestic partner benefits. Okay, anything
Okay.
else?
I think that's it. Anything you can think of?
No.
I think we're good there.
All right, then we will have an answer very quickly on this.
Okay.
In fact, I might even take a run. Are you pressed for time?
Billy?
4 o'clock.
I can attempt a caucus now. It might be a quick answer. It might not be. And if I can't get everyone, we'll just end the
Okay.
session. And you
Okay.
can take a caucus.
We'll take a caucus, sure.
Okay. All right, it is 10:50, second caucus. I'll be back shortly.
This one on? No, it's not.
Okay, it's 11 o'clock. We're back from caucus. I won't be able to get an answer today. 'Cause,
Okay.
The mayor's in council right now. They
Okay.
have sessions going on. Others.
We knew that.
Yeah, I forgot all about it. So, yeah, that's something that needs to go to all of them.
Okay.
So I'll just try to get that answer as soon as I can, and then
Okay.
we'll reschedule
Okay.
and have another session to discuss that. All right, anything else?
Not here.
All right, we'll end this session, 11 o'clock, and we'll meet shortly.
Okay.
Thanks.
Just if you want to give me a call or whatever, or email me, whatever, and I will get it out to the proper channels when the next one
I would
is.
think that next week we ought to be able to have an answer by next week. It's only one item
Okay.
to discuss, so.
All right.
Sounds good.
Tomorrow?
All right. Well, I gotta go put it in the marina.